Hey, welcome to Your Time In. This is Adrian. Um, I wanted to talk to you about navigating change. So, currently in my life, I'm going through a lot of change. I have a lot of things going on. Actually, in the process of moving from Germany back to the US, back to Virginia. And, as I'm processing all this, I figured out some stuff along the way that kind of helped me navigate this. And hopefully, this information will be useful to you. All right. So, just want to take up a little bit of time just going over the different steps that I've been utilizing to help me navigate this change, and maybe you'll be able to take something away from it. The first thing you want to do is identify the change. So, like I said, the change I'm currently going through is I'm in the process of moving, relocating from Germany, Stuttgart, Germany, over to Virginia. And the hardest thing about that is just it's a short time. We have about 29 days to make the move happen. Amongst all that, we have to identify what we want to take with us, what we want to leave here, and then go forward, right? So, identifying the change. The change for me was the fact that I received notification that I was going to move finally, and it was real short notice. So I named it. I'm naming that PCS move to Reston. Okay, naming something helps you identify with it, and also allows you to recall it easily whenever you need to. Okay, the next thing you want to do is create a plan. Figure out your hard set timelines. So, hard set timelines are things that have to happen during this change and when you think that they should occur. Okay. Those are going to be things that help you throughout this transition. It's important to have a plan that identifies your way forward with those. So, what does that mean? What does that look like? Um, there's going to be things that are outside of your control. For me, that's dates that, depending upon other people to come pack up my house, the shipping of my car, right? So, whatever change you're navigating, you have to identify those things that are outside of your control, i.e., they're dependent upon somebody else in order for those things to come true. The second thing you want to do is just leave room for flexibility. Even though it's a short suspense for me, there's enough time in there where I have flexibility that the things I can control, me packing up, me organizing, me getting things together, those things that I can't control, I'm able to be flexible with them so that when I get the dates for the things that I can't control, I can bend and mold around those things. The next thing you need to do, identify your support system. Okay. That's who's going to help you navigate your change. It could be a team of people, it could be your family, it could be friends. What's important is that you let them know that you're going through a change. You let them know what the change means to you. And then you have to identify their roles. And the reason why you have to identify what you like for their roles to be is you don't want people to interject and help in a way that is helpful for them, but maybe a little bit burdensome for you. So you kind of want to, accept the help, but clearly define where you need those areas of help. Um, Good deeds sometimes lead to additional stress for the person that is the recipient of those deeds. And you just want to be clear with those boundaries and your intentions. And you want to be thankful, but at the same time, instructive. Okay. And so once you identify your support system and you define their roles, you need to let them help you. That's what they're there for. Okay. So you're already giving them direction. You have to trust that they're going to do the best they can to help you identify and move forward with those things. Okay. So after that, identify when you are starting to get overwhelmed. That's where I was yesterday. There was a lot of things and a lot of phone calls and a lot of unknowns and a lot of uncertainties. And I got notification on Monday, and it didn't hit me until yesterday that, oh no, this is real. And so you have to identify when you start to get overwhelmed. The reason why you need to do that is one, you need to take a step back. Okay. You need to breathe, relax, do deep breathing, do meditation, whatever it is that you do to ground yourself. That's what you need to do during that moment. Okay. Determine what is in your control. All right. We have already identified the change. We created a plan. We know during that plan what things we're going to be able to control and what things we're not going to be able to control. it's important that you identify those things at that point in time when you're starting to feel overwhelmed, to remind yourself, okay, hold on a second, slow down. This is not this is not in my control. Okay. I can't do anything about this. I need to learn to work with it. And then you have to accept what you can control. Okay. So, what can you control? You can control how you're approaching things. You can control how you're receiving information. You can control which way you want to go with that information. Okay. Once you recognize what you can control and apply it to the things you cannot control, that's going to be that flexibility area. So, you're regaining control. You're taking that overwhelming feeling, you're acknowledging it, but then you're going back to your plan, right? Your flexible plan that's going to allow you to make these changes, to navigate these changes, to see what's going on, right? So then you have to accept what you cannot control. That's the important part about being flexible. The flexibility is going to allow you to see and be and operate and be present, but you have to still accept that you can't control how fast somebody responds to an email, how fast your transition is, how slow your transition is, when HR gets back to you if you're navigating a career change, the research it takes, the availability you have, the time constraints, family, situations that happen, i.e., pandemics, right? Those are things that you have to accept that you cannot control. And then finally, you have to enjoy the process. If change was such a bad thing, then why are we going through it, right? So it's easy to get lost in the chaos, but it's still important to enjoy that process. Make time for yourself and live in the moment. Take away something from the experience. It doesn't matter if you feel at the time that it's overwhelming. There's something you can learn about yourself in all these situations, and it's going to be important for you to identify those things, right? So, my question to you is: what changes are you currently navigating? What does it look like to you, and how are you doing that? Right? People navigate change on a daily basis. People navigate change as they experience career changes, moves, loss of family members, um, promotions, anything in your life. You're gonna have to navigate that change, even if it's for a short duration. And I think that if you identify the change and you name it, you create a plan, you identify your support system, and you identify when you're getting overwhelmed, and then you enjoy the process. Navigating that change will be a possibility for you. You're going to come out over top, and nothing is better than the end result and going back and looking at the change you've navigated and comparing it to where you thought you were going to be and where you are, right? And most importantly is it's a learning experience. There is no right way and no wrong way, no this way, no that way. There is the way that you take in that situation to navigate it. Identify yourself in that. Identify your values. Identify what values are being stomped on, what values are being uplifted. Identify where your beliefs are, and just go forth and have a good time. All right. So hopefully my experience here with navigating change um, will help you navigate the change that you're experiencing in your life. I just really wanted to hop on real quick. One, this helps me. This is twofold for me. It helps me with the overwhelming feeling that I'm feeling and acknowledging in this video with you openly. But two, it also gives me a chance to step back, take a break, and just enjoy the process, right? I'm going to come back and look at this video. It's going to be uploaded on YouTube and Facebook, and there'll be links on Instagram since the Instagram one wasn't working. But that's a change I'm navigating as well, and you get to enjoy this experience with me. I'm using a new app. Get to go on here. Once you click the live button, you're live, and you just got to enjoy the experience. I hope you guys had a good time. Until next time, we're going to have some videos coming up. We won't be recording anything until March because we will be moving in February. So we'll see you in March. Again, if you ever want to come on the show, anything like that, please send us a message. We're more than happy to have you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.